Hello guys, Sky here. Welcome back to another video of beating vanilla Minecraft for the very first time. Now, if you haven't checked out any of the previous videos, I'll link them down in the description for you, but without further ado, let's get into today's video. So we started off by finally killing these pillagers, and then putting their banner up as, sort of a warning to other pillagers of what will happen if you turn up here. And then I did about an hour of strip mining. I'm never sure if it's quite as effective as I want it to be, but I always go down hoping that, we'll find a lot, and we never do. But anyway, we actually got a decent amount of diamonds this time, and look at how many we have now. Here's my little dance, and oh, you weren't meant to see that. Oh. I enchanted my iron sword, which got pretty decent enchants, and then I was ready to go to the nether. When we arrived, I didn't really have a plan. I just sort of set out to try and get some blaze rods. So I decided that we should set up this little area here, and I did that. I saw that there were just 2 blazes and thought I could handle that. There's only 2 blazes. That's pretty easy. So I went for it, and here's how it panned out. I tried to run away from the wither skeleton, but it's my own fault that I would tower up right there and the blaze got me. So I made my way back with only an axe. Oh, that rhymes. And I saw how many blazes there were, so I decided that we should get our stuff by going under the fortress, and the quickest way back was to die. I decided to do the motivational route and was filling myself with motivational words and quotes. I made my way back for the 3rd time and decided to dig down here to avoid the blazes. And this happened. I was very excited to be heading back for the 4th time, and almost did the same thing again. After evaluating the situation, I started to dig under the nether fortress to retrieve my things. I was shocked at how big the fortress is, and yeah. I quit for the day. The next day, I finally made my way back, and only to find out that my stuff had despawned, which was great. So I decided to head back after a pretty unsuccessful nether trip, and I somehow died on the way back again. After talking to Jason about my stressful day, I did some strip mining for iron as we're running pretty low on that. It turned out to be a pretty successful trip with 2.5 stacks of iron and a few diamonds as well, which is great because I think we'll need a lot of iron today. And then I decided to make a watermelon and pumpkin farm, more so for decoration as I don't think they have a real purpose. I then did a little bit of terraforming before starting on a villager trading area. The most important part of this would be getting the villagers, which turned out to be quite a hassle. After getting a couple villagers, I started breeding them, and kind of felt like I was interrupting something. I then continued finishing the villager trading area, gathered some resources, bred more villagers, and I built a swing whilst I waited for some more wheat to grow. I built a fence around our pumpkin and watermelon farm, and then I bred some more villagers. Villagers are actually quite annoying to work with. Sometimes they just run away when they have the chance, or sometimes they trick you into thinking they're running away, but they're actually going where they want you to go. I decided to use the Fletcher as a way to get emeralds by trading sticks, so I got started on building a bamboo farm. Now, I'm very much a beginner at redstone, but I'll link the tutorial that I followed down below. It's a pretty simple one. Once that was finished, I saw that a cat had spawned. I think the game thinks that this is a village, as there are a few villagers around here, and even more pillagers had spawned as well. These pillagers are so annoying. Someone please tell me if you can stop them from spawning, although we are in between 2 villages, which may be my fault. But after checking that all of my villagers were alive, I realised that the pillagers had suddenly disappeared, which was very random. I then crafted a stone cutter so that we could turn this deep slate into something different, and then we got started on building a building for our bamboo farm. that point our wheat had fully grown, so I harvested that to breed our villagers some more. I then continued transporting them to their places for trading, which was very annoying. I went to grab honeycomb from this bee nest as I wanted to make my own beehive, but I just angered them instead, so I had to run away. I then plotted to steal some different bees from another nest. So I made my beehive, placed it, and led them over, trapping them on these leads until they call this their new home. I then gave the bees some flowers, and then started building a barn so our animals don't have to live in a dirt hole anymore. Our animals finally have a nice home with some shelter. I figured out that after destroying the bees' old nest, they finally took to the new hive and we have some honey. I then started trying to get our villagers to have some good enchantment books. After a little while, one of our librarians finally got a mending book, so I decided to get some sticks, to get some emeralds, so we could lock that enchantment book in. I also used some paper to get some emeralds as well. Then one of my other librarians decided to give me a mending book for much cheaper, for 26 emeralds compared to 37. So that first guy was unfortunately let go and replaced, before he had to be really let go because he was disrupting the lectern. Anyway, the new guy gave us Silk Touch for 10 emeralds, which is pretty good. I would take that. But this last librarian was really a problem. He just wasn't giving any good enchantment books. Even with replacing the lectern this many times, he was still giving rubbish enchantment books. I have a feeling I'm going to be here for a while. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Look how productive we've been today. Our area is looking really nice. Don't forget to show the video some love if you've enjoyed it today. I will see you in the next one.